Good morning, friends. Please know you are always in my thoughts and in my prayers. I had a conversation this morning with someone who said she was feeling like people really aren't okay. And as we talked more about this, we acknowledged that there seems to be a numbness right now, that we move about in our days and we have to be okay because there are needs to tend and things to get done. But we are distracted and worried and thinking about the complexities of this time and what lies ahead for us. And I said that I think that people can stay on the surface for quite a while, actually, being okay, because to dig deeper, to really address the loss in this time, the grief we are experiencing, all the things that we are having to let go of and give up, well, that's a lot of exposure. That's a lot of delayering to do, and sometimes it's a really scary place to go. So I suggested that perhaps this is a time to reframe. I don't think this is a new idea at all, but rather one that many of us have already been talking about. It's a time to examine our priorities, a time to really be thoughtful about our days and what is important and what we might be able to let go of and what we need to cling tightly to. I think if we reframe, then maybe the bigger picture doesn't feel so ominous. If we remember what's really important, the things that truly matter, the tasks that must be done, and let go of those that could get our attention another time. I think we have to pay attention to the losses in this time too. But I also think we need to step back and to give thanks and to remind one another in a myriad of ways how much we are blessed. Earlier in this time of pandemic, there was a poem that sort of went viral, and we used it in worship in one of the first weeks. But I was thinking about this poem. I had to go looking for it again today as I contemplated this conversation about maybe what could happen in this time of distance and isolation. It's a poem written by Kitty O'Meara. And the people stayed home, and they read books, and listened, and rested, and exercised, and made art, and played games, and learned new ways of being, and were still. And they listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced. Some met their shadows. And the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. This is my prayer for all of us this day. Amen.